Hello lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a couple of weeks in my life. If you follow the community tab or follow me on Instagram, there's a little update there as to why I was gone for a little bit. But let's just jump into these couple weeks. I filmed as much as I could, and I have so much new fun things to show you guys, including finally talking you through how I made my headboard ivy situation. So grab a drink and let's jump into it. This week, I was cleaning my mask. I used to put my mask in the washing machine, but I decided cleaning them by hand was so much easier, and I use my face wash to clean them. And I don't know if that's been the reason that I haven't had as much like mask acne as some other people, but wash them with face wash if you can. I also wanted to show you these little WW charms. So I'm an online member, so you get a 5, a 10, and a 25, and then after that you get a charm for every 25 pounds lost. Lately, I've been just picking up my dish liquid and my hand soap at Trader Joe's. It's so convenient and I love it, and I was just washing out one of my plastic bags there, so I wanted to show you guys that. And then I also had to clean my sheets. I'm very upset at you guys. No one warned me that keeping white sheets clean when you wear makeup is really hard. Yes, I wash my face at night, but somehow some mascara still survives and gets on my pillowcase. So I've had to wash my sheets a couple of times already. I went ahead and bought a couple of extra sets, so it's not quite as bad as I'm making it out to sound, but I do definitely have to wash my sheets more often than before. Like, I feel like it's every few days instead of like once every week and a half or so like I used to. Yes, update, I'm still loving my bed. It's so cozy. I don't even want to get out of it in the morning. It's kind of a problem, but the boy loves it too. He finally was able to come over and sleep in it, so we're all good on the bed front. My flowers, I love them. They're so beautiful, and I'm not even going to make you wait till the end of the video, going to tell you how I made this lamp and ivy situation. So this whole setup is actually much simpler than it may look. So these are just run-of-the-mill hardware hooks, and I just tied this little piece of twine. So basically, this is a braid. I took a 3-strand braid, but there's 3 pieces of twine in each strand. So 9 pieces of twine separated into 3, made into a 3-strand braid, and it goes all the way across. I did need help holding this, so just because it gets tangled. And then once it was done being braided, I took these ivy vines that I got from Amazon, I'll link them below, and I cut them into 3 lengths, a long, a medium, and a short. And the short are in the very middle so that we don't knock into them, and then they kind of spread out to medium and long. This will really depend on your bed and how far you want it to be from your head, the vines from your head. So when you cut the vines, there are leaves on each one connected to these little plastic pieces. So what I did was I rolled them like this and just fed it through the rope. So there's a piece of the vine sticking through each part of the rope that I made. So that's why there's little leaves sticking up. That's how I connected them. I didn't secure mine at all, and they've been fine. They kind of stay up here without sliding through. Maybe you would need to put a little bit of hot glue on each piece if you're someone that's rough. So they're just hanging from each side with a hook. I tried to make this look kind of rustic when I tied it since I knew people would see it. And I did the same thing for the lamps. I just braided twine and looped it around here. And it's also hanging from the same type of little hook in the ceiling. These are bird cages from Hobby Lobby. They were doing 40% off of table decor, so I picked up 2 of them. I think in total they were maybe $11 for both. And inside of them, I put the LED lights that you can get anywhere. Target, Dollar Spot, Walmart, TJ Maxx, Home Goods. I put those inside, and each side has a different one actually. And then I just took the little wire in the box and I velcroed it right here. So I used the Velcro command strips, as you can see, and I just have it stuck on, and then I have the vines covering it. So from far you can't see it, and then you just press the button to turn it on, which is really nice if you live in an area where the power goes out all the time, that you don't have to worry about using electricity, or just at night if you're reading a book. And it's easy enough for us to reach up and turn them on and off. And I have those on both sides, and it gives the illusion that they are hanging like from the ceiling, which they are, but that they don't have anything connected, but it's just that little line is pretty invisible that connects them to the wall. And that's how I did it. It was so easy. Maybe $30 in total, maybe a little bit more than $30. I think this was 2 packs of vines. Yes, this is 2 packs of vines. The vines were $12 each. The twine was $3 or $4, and these were 40% off, so I think they were $4 to $6 each. And then I already had the LED lights from something else, so yeah. And here's what it looks like on the other side. I have the same, well, different little baubles in here, but they're both LED, and the same thing. The wire is right here. It's connected to the wall, and then you just press the button to turn it on, and they're covered by the vines mostly. I don't think anyone's ever seen them without me telling you that they are there. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, so hooks, twine. If you can do a 3-strand braid, you can do this. They're just stuck through the top very easily. You can secure them if you need to, but I haven't, and I've had mine for almost a year. Little bird cages, you could probably find something else cute to hang from here. And then LED lights secured to the wall with command strips. So it's a very simple setup. It looks super cool. People always love the hanging situation, and they're just tied in knots up there and hanging from hardware store hooks. And I got the gold ones. They do have different colors if you want a different color. It was time for lunch, so I went ahead and cut up a cantaloupe. It has been amazing having cantaloupes all summer. The Pecos melon that I've been obsessed with went out of season, so I won't be able to have it again until next year, which is super sad. This is a Sugar Kiss melon. I got this one at Trader Joe's, and I do have to say, as much as I love Trader Joe's, the Sugar Kiss melons from Trader Joe's are not as good as the Sugar Kiss melons from H-E-B. So if you do live in Texas and you shop at H-E-B, get the Sugar Kiss melons from there, because they are so much better than the ones from Trader Joe's. But they were good. I ate it, of course. I have been loving melon. I have also been loving grapes. So I just got this chopped up as a little appetizer while I made my main lunch entree. Isn't an entree and a main the same thing, Edyn? Probably. I went ahead and cut into the most perfect avocado. This avocado went to private school. It went to Chilton with Rory. It is just perfect. And some cucumber and a little bit of green onion. I had a little bit of a hankering for a poke bowl, and I've been obsessed with the smoked ahi tuna from Trader Joe's. So I thought I'd have some rice with some sesame oil, a little bit of lime. I went ahead and put lime on my veggies too. And then I just put that sesame crusted smoked ahi from Trader Joe's. And oh my gosh, this is the simplest meal, but so good. I wish I would have had some seaweed. I didn't. If I did, I would have had some too. After lunch, I got a knock on the door, and it was my Sprig soda box. They were having a 50% off sale a while ago, and CBD drinks can be pretty expensive, so I jumped on it. And when I tagged them on Instagram, they let me know that the sale was because they were updating their cans to a more sleek can. So they sent me some. So the first 2 boxes were ones that I purchased, and then they sent over a box, and it had reusable bags, which I can always use. Unfortunately, not at the stores right now because of COVID. And they sent me their sleek cans, which I thought was super kind of them. I've been drinking Sprig for years. And I also got this outfit from Mimi Moves, which is the Mimi Keeney's sister brand. Unfortunately, I accidentally ordered a 6X, so I had to return it for a smaller size. The next morning, I ended up having an English muffin. I have been having English muffins pretty much every morning for breakfast. It's like my new thing. And this was a few days after my little allergic reaction. So I was having some tea for my throat, and I had to go out and run some errands. This is my boobies mask that I got from Madison Made Goods, my friend Madison's little shop. I ended up running over to World Market, and they had the Tirani Zero Sugar coffee syrups, and these are made with monk fruit, which I thought was super awesome. They have a couple of flavors in this, and then I also grabbed a pumpkin pie sugar-free. So the zero sugar has monk fruit. The sugar-free has sucralose. So if you're really picky about sugar-free sweeteners, that's the difference, but they're both fine. I think they both taste good. I also got some pumps because I am now a professional barista. I mean, I've always been, because I used to work at Starbucks back when I was in school. I also got some Tim Tams and this really cute glass tumbler. It's recycled Spanish glass, and I just thought it was so cute and only like $7.99, so I had to pick it up. And I made a matcha. I just did half of a Premier Protein, my matcha, and a little bit of my pumpkin syrup, and this pumpkin matcha was so freaking good. And in classic Edyn fashion, I try to be like a vlogger and then spill things all over the place. Classy. Since I was feeling a little bit better, I thought it would be a great time for me to do a little bit of cleaning of my master closet. So I went ahead and moved all of my clothes to one side of the closet, and then went through my queen bedding and decided what I was going to keep, what I wasn't going to keep. I still need to decide what to do with that part. And then I went ahead and vacuumed out the empty side. Of course, Edyn Daily Vlogs, you can't have one without a Dyson scene. And on IG, a lot of you guys asked for my kale chip recipe. It's not really a recipe. I just take some kale that's a little bit damp and then use whatever seasoning sound good to you. Honestly, I season them very liberally, and then I place them in the air fryer, and I put them as low as the air fryer goes. So this one goes to 180, and then you cook them for a very long time on very low. So basically it dehydrates them instead of cooking them, and they come out so crisp and nice. Just give them a couple of tosses throughout the cooking process, and they're so good. I've been obsessed with kale chips again. It's like throwback to 2013. Later on this day, I ran to take my friend Tiffany some of my old activewear, and she gave me the sweetest care package. I could have cried. It was just so kind and so nice of her. So I got some goodies, and I also picked up this Primo water machine. I just needed some kind of water situation. The little pitchers are just too small, so this is perfect for me. And that night, I had the most amazing, I'm calling them fish sticks, but they're not really fish sticks. I just had some trout and I breaded it with panko and put them in the air fryer. These were 2 points. That's why I was putting up my 2 fingers, not including the dips, of course. And I just had a little salad that had some avocado, cucumber, tomato, and then some barbecue sauce and this dips by Pilar that I got from H-E-B. It was like a jalapeno Greek yogurt dip. This was so good. I've never thought to bread trout like this, but it was amazing. And the next day I got another package. The boy, those are his hands helping me open this box, and it's sitting on his lap right now. And I was super confused. I couldn't figure out who the box was from. So I took it over to the living room. Thanks, honey, for helping me open it. I couldn't get it open. And started to open it. There were so many amazing goodies in it. These Daily Crunch coffee-soaked sprouted almonds are out of this world. So good. Same thing with this granola butter that you see in the box. It is so yummy. It's by a brand called Queen. And I finally got to the bottom of the box because I didn't see the card. And it was from Laura Lee, Chef Laura Lee, one of my internet friends here. This is her newest book. A lot of you guys asked me about meal prep. I don't do it. I don't like it, but she has a meal prep service that's amazing, and it's super flexible for so many different diets and so simple. The simplest ingredients and everything just looks so beautiful. So thank you, Laura Lee, for sending this over to me. It will get a lot of use. Such a beautiful book. And then, of course, after I opened my box from Laura Lee, I had yet another English muffin. I put the rest of that ahi tuna on there because I wanted to use it up, and it was so darn good. For lunch, I decided to have a little Buddha bowl kind of situation, and it was so good. I just made some onion and herb rice. I had some microgreens, some smoked salmon, avocado, cucumbers, tomatoes, and then I just put a little bit of cottage cheese as my dressing and some pepper and mixed it up. Oh man, this was fantastic. And then the boy left, so I decided to go to my mom's house and see my little baby Jinxie Edyn. She is the sweetest little thing and so energetic. I just love her. I love both of my parents' dogs, of course. That's us making out, you know, typical. The two Edyns making out and her getting fresh, you know, putting her paw down my shirt. So I hung out outside with the girls while they went potty. Bella was chasing after the dog on the other side of the fence in her normal Bella activities, and there she is. She's so sweet and so cute. She finally came over and said hi to me after she exerted all of her energy on the neighbor dog. Oh my goodness, what talent. Look at this girl. She can balance on 3 legs. I came home to more packages, which the boy and I share an Amazon account, so he told me they were waiting at home, so I left a little early because there's been some weird package activity in my neighborhood. So I got this cold brew maker. It is 51 ounces, so it's like a giant French press basically, and I got a new air fryer because the fan on my air fryer is going out. So this one is a little bit larger than my current one, and it's square, which I really love. So it gives you some more cooking space, and it'll be the perfect size for the boy and I because my current one is just a little bit tiny for us. So I decided to go ahead and use my cold brew maker. It takes, you know, a day for it to make cold brew. And there's me using my knee to hold it up because I'm also very talented, just like Bella. And I just filled it up, put it into the fridge. They give you a flat cap to put on it while it's brewing, and I'm taking that off now. This is the next day, obviously. And then once it's brewed, you put on the spout top, which is super nice, and it's a non-spill spout top, so you can use the lever to make sure that it doesn't spill while it's in the fridge. And then I also have one of my plants bottom watering right behind it. And there is my air fryer. I made sure that it had room to vent in the back, and it works out just fine on the counter, and I'm super excited to use it. I did decide that I needed an extra water container so that I have 10 gallons available, since I go through the 5 gallons pretty darn fast. One of my first air fryer meals I made was this guacamole with feta, which obviously I did not put that in the air fryer, but I made these yummy trout kebabs with zucchini and tomato. These were fantastic, so good, and those were just some rich chips. And then the next night I made some scallops, and I put the Calabrian pepper sauce on it with the tomato paste. And then this is a mixture of cream cheese and Trader Joe's unexpected cheddar, which I stuffed inside of peppers, and that was super good too. So simple to put it all into like one pot essentially. And there's our babies, 2 big deer and 2 baby deers. It was so sweet seeing them. And then I went out back and threw out some lettuce that I had. I was eating a little side salad, and just like the outside leaves I threw out to our girls, and they had a nice little snack on this warm Texas day. I've really been loving these Smashmallows. I like the cinnamon churro flavor, and they also just came out with a pumpkin pie flavor that I picked up at Target, and those are really good toasted or in coffee, so keep an eye out. And I made some little cheesy pinwheels. They were so good. I dipped them in the new Trader Joe's pasta sauce, and I just used the 2-ingredient dough to make it, so it was super simple, and some light Munster, and I dipped them in the spicy chunky tomato pepper sauce, which is amazing, guys. You have to try it. And of course, you deserve a donut. This was actually, I think later in the week, I went to my mom's house and took her favorite donuts. And of course, I had to have one. On the way home, I stopped at Whole Foods and I picked up a couple of skincare products. I got the Cocoa Kind oil to milk cleanser, which I ended up taking back. I didn't like it. It burned my eyes and the oil got into my eyes really easily. And then the Alba moisturizer I love. And I got some Moondrop grapes as well because they were the prime deal of the week. And the last Amazon purchase, oh my gosh, I bought so much in this video, was this Proper Popper. My mother-in-law has one and I loved it, so I had to buy one too. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, remember to keep an open mind, keep an open heart, practice unconditional compassion, but don't take shit from anyone. I love you guys endlessly, and I hope you love yourselves even more. We'll talk really soon.